do I need to apply a discount to Spanish assets? How big is it? And kind of, is that getting bigger?
I think the point that we see at the moment is that there's no discount applied yet,
right.
Which frankly I don't understand too much. So we've seen what you have presented at the very beginning, that Spanish equities are only a little bit down. That is, that shouldn't really be the case. I think when we hear all these news that are quite worrying. So within our context, within our multi-asset context, for example, we are pretty underweight peripherals versus bonds, also heading into the ECB meeting. Now, what will happen thereafter is a different question. But basically, because we said, look, in terms of political risk, there's not enough priced. Maybe because that event is very binary.
I was going to say, is that because it's binary, or simply the market doesn't understand really what the outcome looks like here?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of both. So I think it's, markets have quite a bit of difficulties with pricing binary events and then understanding what it actually means. Because frankly, we've never had that for quite a few decades. Yeah. So it's something I think that the market doesn't really understand how to price it, which again may explain why we don't have this discount yet. But it might come quite drastically once we have a bit of more clarity.
I mean, this gives you and your clients, Max, an edge then. If the market doesn't know how to price this and you do, it gives you a chance to make some money. Take a look at this chart, #BTV 36.99. Spanish stocks here in white, the stock 600 in blue, normalized from May 10th. You can see that Spanish stocks have underperformed, but not too much. Is this a time where you sell Spanish stocks because you don't see enough price action in the market itself?
Yes, temporarily, and from a tactical perspective, yes. I think it's exactly what you're saying when you even look not only stock 600 versus IBEX, but even within the peripheral equity space. So let's compare IBEX versus FTSE MIB, for example, so Italy versus Spain. You see a bit of more underperformance, but again, not too drastic. So I think it's still time to sell Spanish equities. They've been propelled up, just from the relatively solid performance of European equities over the last couple of weeks. I don't think enough is priced in yet. So yes, absolutely. From a tactical perspective, I think Spanish equities are not the space to be.